Good afternoon, Colin here with Techout, and today we're going to be taking a look at what's on my Galaxy Z Fold 5. Somebody requested this on my S23 Ultra, so I am going to be doing this video on both devices and just showing you guys how I have them set up. And we're actually going to talk about the whole entire setup this time, from the outer screen, the inner screen, and the accessories that I'm currently using with the device. So first things first, we'll go ahead and talk about the case I'm using. Right now I got a little bit of a grease on it from lunch there, but I am using the Samsung gadget case on my Z Fold 5, and these are the accessories from the gadget case, the rugged gadget case for the S23 Ultra. They actually work with this case as well. This case only comes with the little ring that goes on it for your finger or to prop it up, but I prefer the larger one that the S23 Ultra rugged case came with, as well as this wallet that came with that case. And like I said, they do fit. Obviously you can see here it does block the camera a little bit, but if you want to use your camera, it's easy enough just to remove it real quick. I use the wallet more than I do the camera, so not a big deal for me. Also, if you're just taking regular pictures with the just plain camera, it works just fine because it doesn't use that bottom camera, bottom lens, so you're perfectly fine there. But if you are going to be using, the full features of your camera, I would remove this, but for a quick snapshot, should be just fine. So that is the case I'm using. I either use this case or my later case. Excuse me. So that is that. We'll go ahead and talk about what is on my lock screen and my always on display. Let me just wipe it off real quick here. So I am using custom widgets through KWGT as well as Good Lock, so I can have widgets on the always on display. So we'll talk about that here in a second once we get in the phone. So on the phone here, you can see I had that little animation with my wallpaper. I'm going to talk about all that stuff when I get to the inner screen, just so it's a little bit easier to show you guys, because all that's going to be the same. But here on my outer screen, I just have my commonly used apps that I like to use. Just real quick, pull the phone out, use them. I don't need to open it up, all that kind of stuff, like to check my email, calendar, clock, the weather, that kind of stuff. All that's going to be right here on my main page, as well as the phone beeper down here, which is what I am currently using for messaging. I'm probably going to do a video on that once I get it fully set up, but I don't have an iPhone currently because I sold my iPhones to get ready for the iPhone 15, so I can't take full advantage of the beeper features with iMessage yet, but I have my Twitter DMs or my X DMs there. I have my SMS, and the cool thing about beeper is because it's account based with Google Messages, I can sync my messages between this phone and my S23 Ultra, which is very nice. We have Chrome, we have X, and we have YouTube right there. On this other page, we have the Dexcom for my glucose monitor. A lot of you don't know, but I am type 1 diabetic. I mentioned that in videos before and all my other phone videos from those apps. We have the shopping stuff here, which is just like Amazon, Best Buy, eBay, whatnot, UPS, FedEx, and USPS. We have money, just my banking accounts, cards, that kind of stuff right there. Backdrops, which is where I get most of my wallpapers from. We have social, Instagram, Snapchat, and Tumblr there. I do post on Tumblr time to time, but I don't really use it that much anymore. I usually just use it for like ideas and stuff like that. But my Instagram is Techout on YT, same as all my other social medias. We have my YouTube studio, obviously, to check my YouTube stats, reply to comments, that kind of stuff. Reddit, which I do post on forums and get information from there time to time on devices and different things like that. And Discord, which I use for most of my gaming stuff. And of course the bottom is the same. Up top here is a custom KWGT widget on both pages. We have this one here, and then we have the weather right here. And then if I open the device up, the top is just those two on the main page. Over here we just have the Samsung device care widget right there, which just shows my storage and my memory usage. Most of the apps on this page are actually laid out the same. I think the home page is the same, except it's got the Files app on it and Photos right there. I don't have a camera shortcut because I usually use the camera with the phone closed. Bottom is laid out the same. Right here, all these apps are the same, and then we just have DoorDash and T-Mobile as some extras that weren't on the home page. I may actually move the phone app and put something else down there for the inside screen, because obviously you don't need the phone app because you don't talk on the phone with the phone open, but so I might redo that. As far as the wallpaper, we are using Wonderland through Good Lock. So there's Good Lock right there. Wonderland should be around here somewhere. We'll just get to it through Good Lock. It does have its own icon though. So right here, Wonderland, and then I create the custom wallpaper right here. So that's the wallpaper, and you can do per screen animations and wallpapers, so you can do an inner one and an outer one. I have mine the same, just how I like it, but you can do different animations and stuff like that through this app. I've made a video dedicated to this app by itself, so if you are curious about Good Lock or Wonderland, there is a video dedicated to that on my channel. But that's pretty much it for the inner screen. In my customizations, like I said, these come from KWGT, and then I am using the Lockstar module on Good Lock for putting them on the always on display. So that's how you get like the battery widget right there, and you can do basically any widget. So I also have the KWGT. I know it's kind of hard to see on camera because the always on display is kind of dim, but that is how I have that. And just one more thing for setup on One UI 5.1.1. If we go into the biometrics settings right here, let me just get in there real quick. We go to fingerprints. Let me just enter my password. If we go to fingerprints and then fingerprints always on, one new thing that's new is you can now, this used to just be always like on or off, but now you can have the fingerprint always on your cover screen, your main screen, or both. And I turned it off for the cover screen, so when my phone's closed and I'm holding the phone, I'm not rubbing up against the power button, because I kept finding myself rubbing the power button when I was holding the phone and it was like asleep, and it would lock me out of my biometrics. So now I just have it set to, I don't actually have to push the button there, but when my phone is closed, you can see it doesn't do anything. I actually have to press down on the button and then unlock it that way, which just saves from the accidental, like if I'm holding my phone like this, being there's a cutout right there in the case, I kept finding myself trying to activate the biometrics and either unlocking the phone or holding it with a finger that wasn't set up and causing the phone not to unlock and lock the biometrics out, which was kind of annoying. So that is how I have that set up. But that is my Z Fold 5. As far as other accessories I'm using, this is a Whitestone Dome screen protector on the inside and the outside. I'll link those in the description. This is the UV glass, and then this is the Gin film on the inside, which has been absolutely perfect. I've had no issues with it. It's been on there for about 2.5 weeks now, maybe closer to 3. But like I said, it's been perfect. So if you need a replacement screen protector, or you want to replace your screen protector with something better, definitely check out Whitestone Dome. Very, very good screen protectors for both your outer screen and your inner screen if you're comfortable replacing that. I'm Colin with Techout. If you guys need a deal on some mobile service, Mint Mobile is still doing their offer for $45 for 3 months of any plan, so you can get their unlimited plan, $45 for 3 months. Go ahead and try it out, link down below. I'm Colin with Techout. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. And as always, have a great day.